Welcome back. We're ready for round 2. Round 1 was very exciting, I thought.
Oh, and I am very excited for round 2.
Yeah, round 1 was amazing. We had so many great interactions, a lot of aggression, a bunch of auto misses, and not so great rolls, but even still, fantastic round.
I think we'll be seeing some better die rolls
I hope so.
this round.
I hope so, absolutely.
But the aggression was great, and I hope like these teams keep up the aggression because that is the key to winning.
For sure, for sure. Let's take a quick look at the brackets to see where we are so far. All of the rounds that happened while the ones that we weren't casting had some exciting things. So Sack of Tears and Team Meh actually progressed on that. We saw Team Tachyon versus Sentinels of New England, and Sentinels of New England triumphed. Evil Dan and his minions versus Spin the Dragon. Spin the Dragon came out ahead. Might as well be Chum has moved on against Ultra Nerd Sexy Club.
Oh, such a shame.
The Poofy Panda lost to the Browncoats, and Team of Suck lost to Something Clever. And Something Clever and the Browncoats are both the match that we're going to be watching here in the casting booth in just a minute. And then Ocelot Attack defeated Necro Hydra, and Teammates defeated 5th place.
Ocelot Attack is it's horrifying.
It's scary. It's scary.
Have you ever seen an Ocelot up close?
Yes.
I haven't, and I never want to.
All right. That's fair. Let's take a look at the secondary bracket as well. We have on the secondary brackets Sack of Tears and Team Tachyon, Evil Dan and his minions versus the Ultra Nerd Sexy Club. Poofy Panda gets a bye, so they've got a little bit of time off. And Necro Hydra are fighting up against 5th place. So 5th place has still got a shot. They're still in the running.
I hope they don't make last place.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So if we are about ready, let's get to the booth and we can take a look at the teams that are arrayed before us and see if they are ready to fight for their lives.
Do you roll just the die that's AoE, or do you roll all the dice? Yes. And then
They're talking about some AoE attack things on how aiming with AoE and how attack +1 and defense +1s and stuff like that work with AoEs.
I wonder if that's going to change their
strategies?
Their strategies a little bit, getting that cleared up. Possibly an ambuscade? Possibly an ambuscade play?
Possibly.
Some rocket launcher?
Possibly. I would
love to see some rocket launchers.
Sure, I'd like to see some Inferno from Ra. I know that they won their last match off of an excellent play of the Baron Blade's stealing of tokens and blowing things up with them. So I'd like to see if they're going to grab Baron Blade again or if they do something different.
Baron Blade's just a solid character to take in any game. He has seen the most bans, I think, out of most of the characters in all the previous tournaments.
Yeah, no, Baron Blade has certainly dominated tournament play up to this point. So we'll see how that goes moving forward.
Finally, let's start the coin toss. Did I say coin toss?
Yeah.
I can't even talk today.
That's a good one.
Dyslexic much?
Okay, you guys want to do first pick and first place, so you guys get first ban and choose your side. So what character would you guys like to ban?
We're going to ban Baron Blade.
Baron Blade is banned.
All right, Baron Blade has been banned right off the bat.
Ambuscade. And Ambuscade is banned.
And Ambuscade is Trevor. So we're not going to see Ambuscade. We're not going to see Baron Blade. That's great.
Banning Ambuscade is an interesting choice. Although, banning Baron Blade is always a smart move.
That's true.
Oh, but Dawn's coming.
So Citizen Dawn right off the bat. So I'm curious to see which various strategy we're going to see with Citizen Dawn out of Something Clever. Legacy of the Browncoats, of course, we're getting that high token, especially with Baron Blade being banned right off the bat. We're going to get that token.
High token generation is totally free game with Baron Blade off the table.
Yeah. Tachyon for Something Clever, it looks like. That's good. I'm glad that most of the matches we've watched so far have had Tachyon in them. She is unquestionably fantastic.
Tachyon is a very exciting character.
Legacy and Bunker on the same team.
That's a lot of tokens.
I want to see Omnicannon.
Oh, of course there's going to be some Omnicannon play happening.
I hope so. I hope so. Unity for Something Clever. Fantastic. We've got 2 different minion creators. Two minion creators. There's a lot of targets.
You know what? This makes sense. why they would ban Ambuscade now? Because they
Oh,
took
sure,
Unity.
sure. This is going to be
Ambuscade
fantastic.
is such a great counter to Unity, and Unity is so strong.
I really hope that what we're seeing here, that the meta of these two teams and the characters they've picked and the characters they banned is very intentional, and we're not just applying our own. Oh my gosh, Proletariat! This is
Is that a
fantastic.
proletariat?
No, it's not Proletariat. So Proletariat was a mispush. It should be somebody else. All right. All right, so yes, it's the Wraith. It should be Legacy, Bunker, and the Wraith.
I think the
Legacy
Wraith is a good addition to that team.
Right,
Because the Wraith can sit back, probably in the cover on the bottom of the map, and just pick off characters from range.
All right.
I'm very interested to see with the Dawn player who they choose as their citizen.
Yeah, it's going to be good to see the.
Are we going to see some more Truth play? Because Truth has been very dominant
Right.
in this tournament meta so far. But personally, I would like to see someone like Blood, Sweat, and Tears.
Sure, I want to.
Or Citizen Autumn would be amazing for
a lot
all
of
those
debuffing.
debuffs.
Yeah. Especially because they are going to have to counter Legacy and Bunker.
Yeah, someone more offensive than Citizen Truth definitely, I think, would benefit the team that they've chosen.
The Truth and Dawn strategy is a solid one. It works. But there's a lot of depth that has not been explored in just how many different things Dawn can do with her teammates. And we could even see a Citizen Dawn play that doesn't pull out minions. It doesn't pull out any citizens. It's an entirely legitimate strategy.
It would be interesting to see if they use that. I mean, I think for me personally, I would always take out a minion because they get that second turn.
Yeah, it
which
makes a big difference.
It's huge.
And it
'cause now
puts a
you're
target out on the field that doesn't give you any sort of incapacitation bonuses.
It's almost like a decoy, and most of our citizens are so strong, and a lot of them have such high health too.
Yeah, they have really
more health than someone like our heroes.
Yeah, well, it's because there's multiple targets on a single token.
Right.
So,
yeah.
All right.
Something I would like to see at a bunker is probably going up on the high ground.
Sure.
Going up on the high ground by the volcano and just turret moding up.
Turret mode, some grenade launchers,
With
flat
turret mode,
cannons
you can't be pushed into the lava, which is great.
Right.
And you'll have like a great vision across like all that low ground.
Yep.
Especially since his grenade launchers can pretty much they have a far reach and you can shoot them over at high elevation.
All right, so everybody's collecting their tokens and their characters and their cards. I'm still waiting on some information about David.
We see the Dawn player checking out her citizen options here.
Yeah, that's good. And Unity's looking through her bots there. Those are all very pretty. I like that she has them arranged just perfectly.
The SwiftBot reconfiguration combo for Unity is so strong. You can send SwiftBot like clear across the map, explode it into another bot, most likely turret bot, to set up like a range of hazard spaces around to really hinder movement, probably on that low ground.
Yeah, I'd like to see
in the middle of the map.
I'd like to see Cryobot used once in a while because Cryobot has some really good utility that I don't think I haven't seen in tournament play get pulled out, which is a shame because there's some really interesting things you can set up with Cryobot. He's got a good solid attack.
Cryobot is definitely not as straightforward though, so I'd be very happy to see it here.
Yeah, I want to see every bot hit the field and every citizen.
Oh wow.
That's
They're
good.
putting Bunker on the high ground.
Wow, so Bunker's going to take a while to get into the action. I mean, from there, sure, he can snapshot micro missiles across the field, but I honestly would have traded Bunker and the Wraith's positions right there because the Wraith can catch up, and she doesn't need to be close to anything.
Wraith also has mobility.
Right.
She has those like grappling hooks so you can just swing, and like she's not hindered by elevation in
Right.
quite the same way Bunker is. And Bunker has a very hard time getting a high movement roll.
Yeah, especially with Bunker. I mean, like, the idea of putting a turret Bunker up on a hill is a cool one, but that's the wrong hill. Like, I think that we might see a first turn, like, sprint and move in order to get him into the fray. Putting Tachyon there in the backfield makes perfect sense. The fact that she's up on a hill isn't going to really slow her down at all. I'm surprised that they put Unity in the lower position. I would have put Unity probably in the higher position so she's further from the fray, but you never know.
Wraith can just targeting computer up.
Yep.
And just have and just be able to make range.
I mean, in
like
fact,
from clear across the map to Unity.
From the 2 starting points, the Wraith, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 points. She's 11 spaces away from Unity on her starting spot, which means that if she had targeted computer out there and aimed a Razor Ordnance, she has a chance of actually hitting Unity before Unity ever moves. Let's see, Unity's turn 3, the Wraith's turn 4, so we'll see what happens. But, yeah, so Citizen Dawn will be going first, then Unity, and then Tachyon. Whereas in the other team, we've got Legacy first, then the Wraith, and then Bunker. And it looks like they're still picking their power cards, but they've already chosen some of them. The Wraith is going to be playing Slip into Shadows and Throwing Knives. Bunker is using Artillery Mode and Snapshot Micromissiles, so he is going to try to make that initial push right from his spot. I just don't think he's going to have quite as much line of sight as he needs to get that done. Legacy,
not from that position, no.
No. Legacy's got Galvanize and Inspiring Presence. So
which makes a lot of sense.
And, they could be playing a defensive backfield strategy where they're like, Legacy is going to feed tokens to Bunker until it's time to engage, and they're not going to advance. They're going to stay back. It doesn't matter that Bunker's up on a hill because he's not planning on moving.
I would like to see Target Computer over Slip into Shadows for Wraith, because she can move right down south, right into cover.
I think it's a fine first play for her because she's turn 4, and when it gets to her turn, Slip into Shadows into Targeting Computer. Citizen Dawn has Brisk Effulgence and Luminous Leadership, so she does not yet have Return with the Dawn. So that is interesting.
She might be trying to move up first,
and then plus, yeah,
and then get a citizen out there.
Yep, that's true. Tachyon's got the World Stand Still, so she has mobility and a movement +1, and she has an unrelenting momentum. So once again, we're going to see her repeating actions. And Unity has Champion Bot and Stealth Bot, so right off the bat, she's starting with both of her bots.
I think Champion Bot's a good pick here, and Stealth Bot can definitely protect their guys as they creep across the map.
I have 2 bots. Okay, then they should be next to
With Stealth Bot in there, they definitely don't want to be picked apart by Wraith from clear across the map, and I think that's what they're thinking here.
Yeah, I mean, if you start there with Stealth Bot right where she is, yeah, that is cover for their whole team, essentially. Not Tachyon, but Tachyon's really far away. Tachyon is, in fact, outside of the Wraith's range right now, which is funny. And it doesn't have line of sight anyway. Anyway, I am interested to see who does what.
Tachyon starts with a very high movement, which is fitting for a speedster, I guess.
All right. So hopefully we're going to get underway here. We've got all the power cards out. They're rolling their movement right now. Let's see. Legacy's got a movement of 5. Bunker's got a movement of 5, so Bunker's pretty speedy. He could come down off that mountain pretty easily.
You rarely see Bunker with a 5 or 6 movement.
That's true.
But it's really going to help Bunker get down off that high ground.
Unfortunately, the Wraith only has a movement of 3, but Citizen Dawn has a movement of 4, Tachyon has a movement of 6, and Unity has a movement of 4. And we are starting the round, so we are actually beginning now.
All right, picture the Dawn.
Ah.
And then you can pick a citizen.
Yeah, here we go. And we see Citizen Truth. Kind of like what we were talking about earlier.
All right,
so
they are playing
the Truth strategy.
Yeah, their defense.
They're definitely going defensive.
Right, because they have both Stealth Bot and Citizen Truth out. Like, wow.
That's going to be hard to get some attacks in.
Yep. I'd like to see what the interaction there looks like. Dawn is moving up. So whereas the last match we saw was heavy offense right out the gates, everybody's first turn was run up and do stuff. It looks like they're going to be, I think something clever is being a bit more cautious. But if Browncoats is going to take their time, build up tokens, and fire Omni Cannons, they're fine with something clever taking their time. At this point, we're still making up strategies for them. I'm curious to see what they end up doing.
Would any other allies like to sprint? I would like to sprint.
I mean, if something clever goes completely defensive for most of this game, Omni Cannon could make the difference.
Yeah. So because Citizen Dawn used her her Brisk Effulgence, all of her teammates get to sprint, and so right off the bat, even though they are taking it nice and slow, she gets to pop everybody up right off the bat.
All right, so that was your...
Putting Citizen Truth in cover right here is interesting.
Yeah.
And also, Truth will be protecting the Champion Bot.
Yep. Now, Truth needs... line of sight to Dawn to work. And right now, he doesn't have it. Currently, Dawn and the Truth are not, if they were adjacent, they would have it, but currently they don't have line of sight to each other. So, I mean, if they're going to keep, I think that they
because
might,
of the cover.
because of the cover. Because they're, like, if,
That's a good point to bring up.
if you had two people that were in the woods that were not adjacent to each other, if they were adjacent to each other, they could see each other. But if there's a space in between them, they don't have line of sight to each other. And so, oh, well, let's see. No, they're still. Let's see. Truth, they still can't see each other because, well, no, technically she's only giving, Stealth Thought's only giving the cover to the character. So Dawn can see Truth, but Truth cannot see Dawn right now. Interestingly.
And Champion Bot also can't see Dawn, so Dawn's not going to benefit from that.
It's true, but it's not Dawn's turn, so I'm not as concerned about that one. But I think that Unity would be well. I mean, her turn's coming up next, but I think that Unity needs to drop that Stealth Bot if she wants to. If they want to play an effective Truth Dawn strategy, Stealth Bot should probably be dropped for Swift Bot.
I agree. Well, Legacy's doing exactly what we thought he'd be doing, and just pumping out plus attack tokens to Bunker to possibly power a late game Omni Cannon.
Yep, Bunker's already up to two defense +1 tokens. Is that right? That Legacy's been giving Bunker defense +1 tokens? Interesting.
Oh, and Legacy moves into cover.
Sorry, here's some white dice. Send them back.
All right, so yeah, Bunker in fact does have one attack +1 token and two defense +1 tokens. Bunker would have been able to fire an Omni Cannon on his turn by using an expert tactician if Legacy had given him nothing but attack tokens. But that's not what happened. So.
And Bunker already has like a pretty beefy 4 defense.
Right, so as you can see here, the Omni Cannon, if you have 4 attack +1 tokens, you can fire off a 10-die attack. That is just so ridiculously overpowering. I would have loved to have seen that. Oh wait, so Unity first off doesn't switch any of her bots. She keeps the bots the way they are. And so she moves. Okay, there we go. Stealth Bot moves right up out there.
Yeah, they're creeping up slowly, keeping their guys in cover.
And interestingly, Stealth Bot has a very specific action that allies gain cover, but she doesn't create cover. So like right now, Stealth Bot isn't giving anybody cover. Stealth Bot's just standing out there, which is fine, but she's not giving anybody cover. You have to be standing next to Stealth Bot in order to get the benefit of Stealth Bot's cover.
And what makes cover so great is it forces the other team to actually come right up in your face adjacent to you in order to attack.
Yeah.
So you're really taking away a lot of Wraiths and Bunker's strong suits doing it that way.
Yeah. So Unity ran off and hid in the woods, which makes sense. She wants to let her bots do her talking. Champion Bot's going to do some useful things potentially, but I'm really confused as to the purpose of Stealth Bot right now. I mean, they might have a strategy they've specifically planned out they're shooting for, but I feel like Stealth Bot right now is kind of a loose end.
And that gives me a +1 defense for stealth.
All right, so Wraith's grabbing some tokens right off the bat. I bet you Something Clever wishes they had Baron Blade right about now. No wonder that was a first turn ban.
Use throwing knives
Throwing knives is like next.
against these 2 bots.
Okay, against those 2 bots.
And
Those 2 bots are going to be protected by Citizen Truth.
that is true, although I will note that with the Wraith using throwing knives and not having micro-targeting computer, is still using the slip into shadows, she doesn't have range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She has range 6 to Stealth Bot, and she has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5s and 6s will hit Champion Bot, and 6s will hit Stealth Bot. I'm just I don't know if they're trying to.
It's a long range. It's a pretty long range attack.
Yeah, I think
don't
that
have
she might be
targeting.
trying to. If they're doing something specific, they might be trying to pull Truth forward.
Right, and there's no 5s or 6s.
And none of those make range.
Yeah.
With,
Does not make range. Yeah.
All right, so
Then you got your third action.
but that is a good point. They could be trying to pull Truth forward to knock him out.
and now she's moving. So I'm surprised. I don't really understand rightly what the Wraith is doing here.
If
They
you were
either
going to move, you'd probably move before the attack to get closer.
either they have a really specific plan that they're executing here, or they're not really sure what they're doing. There might be something in between the two, but I don't see it. Now they're hiding. And with Legacy and then running down there, I have concerns about their longevity. Especially, I want to see Tachyon run down and make some hyperspeed assaults back and forth across them.
Let's see what she does.
All right, Tachyon. Oh, she switched Unrelenting Momentum for Push the Limits. I thought that she would maybe push the World Stand Still, but instead she keeps the World Stand Still and puts up a Pushing the Limits.
She's taking that gambit really early.
I wanted to run down and go after.
Although
right.
using that health to take an extra turn now, while she's at full health.
I think it's good. No, I really like to see this as a first turn thing.
I mean, with the other team playing very super defensively, I think that the very
There we go.
aggressive first move is very strong.
Yep. So she's run all the way down there.
Second move. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
5, 6.
All right.
We got Legacy's got a defense. He's got 3 defense, and then Wraith has got 3 defense with a dodge.
And with the Wraith still having slipped into the shadows, you're probably looking to attack Legacy here.
Third action. I'll go ahead and Nimble Strike.
Okay, Nimble Strike.
I would like to dodge for this.
No. Yeah, you attack uphill. Oh, so it's good.
If he uses Nimble Strike here, he won't have a chance to push the limits. Is that correct?
So Nimble Striking Legacy.
Now that's a decent
5 and a
roll.
6.
So 5 and a 6 coming your way.
And Legacy
And
blocks none of it.
Will he use his plus defense token on this? Try to cancel out
Legacy
some
doesn't
of
have any defense tokens. Legacy only has an attack token.
it. Ah.
Wraith has 1 of each, and Bunker has 2 defense and 1 attack.
And Tachyon will go push the limits.
All right, so since Tachyon's pushing the limits, she now is setting up for her next turn, which she takes immediately. She does take a point of damage off of that, so Tachyon loses a hit point.
That is a super slow tactic. All right.
Right, and now at the start of your turn, you can play no power, not if you move
Right? Run low and go-go juice.
So yeah, Tachyon took that point of damage because of pushing the limits.
Having a 2 movement really hurts
Yeah.
here for Tachyon.
I think she was
However,
hoping
she's
to-
already clear across the map.
It's true. I think she was hoping for a hypersonic assault, and with only a movement of 2, it's not going to work so well. But at this point, if I were her, I'd pick up Unrelenting Momentum and make sprint attacks all around those guys.
Or pick up pushing
Actually,
the limits,
I got
probably.
movement 3,
That is true.
so I'll be okay.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Are you going to play a power before?
Yeah, I do. I'm just checking out
you're
distance.
just,
Yeah,
you're
checking distance.
pondering what power being
Yeah.
done. I see what you're
All
doing.
right. Hypersonics, I can do anything really.
I really hope she goes for that Unrelenting Momentum at this point. So we'll see.
I think getting the
let's
most
do,
attacks that she can against Legacy here.
There we go. Thank you. I'm glad they can hear me. They still can't. I keep saying that. So
All right.
hopefully,
To get out.
because at this point she could
All right,
just
3
sprint all
actions.
around them.
First actions, I'm going to go ahead and hit
Unrelenting
Legacy again.
momentum just allows you to get so many attacks in per turn.
Yeah.
And I think they really want to incap Legacy here.
The misses on 2, there's no auto misses, so it's
So
3,
3, 3, 1.
coming in Legacy.
Yeah.
Legacy blocks that all easily.
All right. Second action. Let's get out of here. Movement 3.
Yep.
Actually, I'm
Now
gonna
attacking
reflect-
on
Wait,
is
so-
GTFOing.
I guess. I'm surprised she's.
1, 2, 3. Second action. Third action. 1, 2.
Oh wow.
3.
All right.
And
So I guess
she
Tachyon-
Unrelenting Momentum lets her make one more move.
Makes an action for the second time in a turn. She make that action a third time for free. Move for the last time. 1, 2.
All right, so you're back there.
And
I guess she's using a more hit and run kind of tactic.
I guess, but
Waiting for that high
I
movement
mean,
roll.
she got 2 points on Legacy, but at a cost of 1 health to herself, and
All right, there you go.
I don't know.
All right, that is now turn 6.
All right, Bunker. Hopefully he is the linchpin of their strategy, and we just haven't quite seen what they're.
They might be afraid of just leaving Tachyon out in the open there,
That's fair.
because you're taking a gamble.
Oh yeah,
like
no.
if you don't incap Legacy with like Unrelenting Momentum and like a bunch of Nimble Strikes,
Yeah.
you're just wide in the open at 3 health. So I understand they're taking a more defensive approach, a more cautious approach.
Right. I think that you
But if you're
appreciate
gonna go for the
defense
money,
and caution
like, you
more
gotta-
than I do.
you Well,
That's
I
good,
mean,
though. That's
for
good.
me, I would have tried to. I would have made the gambit try to take out Legacy, especially if you're
Yeah.
going to do pushing the
You've already got him
limits.
down to 4. push the limits and just run circles around him until, I mean, you could ping him off one at a time. Heck, after when you get into your second life, when your second action, you can pick up a sucker punch if he's low. If you were at 3 hit points at the start of my turn, I was Tachyon, standing next to Legacy, I'd pick up Sucker Punch for my second power because I just have to do 2 points of damage to him in order to drop him for sure.
Yeah, Sucker Punch is so good because like if someone only has 1 hit point left, it's an automatic incap.
And also, if you're using Lightspeed Barrage, which lets you make your attack with the number with your movement. If you have that with Sucker Punch, you can make a Sucker Punch attack with like 6 dice, and so hit
it's
somebody hard
huge.
and still drop him. Not so. Bunker is snapshot micro missiling right at Champion Bot, but I'm not really sure that Champion Bot is really a threat to their team. That said, he can't really see anybody else from there, so that's his option. Maybe
I wonder if something clever will actually pull Truth to the front.
not
Or if they're
against
gonna-
Champion Bot because Truth is too far from Champion Bot. So Citizen Truth, I think, can only pull a character from 3 spaces away. Yeah, if an ally within radius 3 of Citizen Truth
Okay.
can be. So unfortunately, Citizen or Champion Bot is 5 hexes away from Citizen Truth.
Well, they got in some damage to the Champion Bot.
Sure, that's true.
Unity can always just reconfigure that bot out of there, though.
That's true. And killing bots doesn't give you any points.
And for my second action, I'm going to use Expert Tactician.
Okay.
So I gain 1 attack token, and then you and each ally gain.
I would have really liked to see Bunker move down and kind of turret up to be able to get a bigger range, use a lot of powers, and just see everyone from that low ground.
Yeah, I think Bunker is maybe building the Omnicannon, but
Building it very slowly.
yeah, if that was the plan, Legacy should have switched. I mean, with those defense +1 tokens, it means that Bunker will probably be around for a while.
I mean, with something clever also going very slow, they might be thinking we can hold back, turtle up, and just score an incap at the very end of the game with Omnicannon
Sure.
to try and win.
Run the clock out and just get the max number, have the win by default of incaps. But they're already down 2 hit points. But I mean, we'll see what Legacy ends up doing with that. All right, so we're back at the beginning of round 2. We're back at the beginning of Citizen Dawn's turn. She's looking at her power, seeing if she wants to switch any of them out.
Well, you can't see Tachyon because she's in cover, and you can't see Unity because she's in cover. But you can see Citizen Dawn, and you can see Champion.
Yeah,
That's
their-
unfortunate.
Unity's stealth bot play is coming to is actually kind of hindering them a little bit.
All right. So move is your first action.
Yep. And then I'm going to use this ability, Healing Light,
Okay, Healing Light is your second action.
Oh, wow.
so I can heal Tachyon
Yep.
and
Champion Bot.
Bot.
Yep.
1.
Yes.
All right, so
Yep.
Citizen Dawn is in fact using her Healing Light card. It says Citizen Dawn and each ally in Citizen Dawn's line of sight regains 1 health. So both Champion Bot and Tachyon get a hit point back.
This allows the Tachyon to use pushing the limits a little more recklessly too. And
Yeah, that did go away.
and I'd really like to see some aggression out of Tachyon.
It's now my turn.
All right, so Citizen Dawn is playing defensively and, in fact, support healing, so that's interesting. All right, moving on to Legacy's turn. Legacy's there in the scrub. He's hanging out with the Wraith. He's got a couple points of damage, but he also has a plan to deal lots of damage in my mind, I hope.
Do you have any more movement?
A big flying smash here could be exciting because they're all kind of like huddled together in like one big group, and a flying smash could hit.
It's true. And it
could
is
hit
not quite
multiple.
Legacy's turn yet. It is first Citizen Truth's turn. Citizen Truth is moving around. Currently, Citizen Truth can see.
Yeah, you can't. So the Citizen Truth and Tachyon have line of sight there, but if you move Citizen Truth, they don't.
Right.
Because
Yeah, so I'll
Tachyon's in
keep it
cover.
here.
Right,
Yes,
so.
the stealth bot's really kind of like hindering Citizen Truth's effectiveness.
Right,
here.
I'm hoping that Unity switches her out for something
Now
faster.
you put that face down, and you run a turn 2, Legacy.
Stealth bot has definitely been hurting them more than helping, I think.
Yeah, I mean, it's working for their strategy of playing super defensive and cautious, but, you know, I have little love of that.
I need more pew pew. I need more attacks, more die rolling.
So I'm going to replace galvanize with flying smash for my power up.
All right, so we are getting a flying smash from Legacy.
Presence still happens.
That's what I like to see. Let's get some attacks here.
Plus one attack.
Unfortunately, Legacy does not have line of sight to bunker. Legacy does not have line of sight to bunker because of that hill. Because bunker's got that 2 point in between the two. Unfortunately, I'm really not sure. I think that at first I thought we talked about this at the beginning of the game. Based on the character selection, we had specific strategies we thought they were going for. But at this point, I think that it's more that they are both playing characters. They're all playing characters they like, and they're doing some things they're interested in, but don't necessarily have. Legacy just ran up there and is flying smashing against Citizen Dawn and Citizen Truth and Tachyon.
This is what I'd like to see.
Yeah.
I mean, this flying smash could be very effective hitting all three of these characters.
Right.
On 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Yeah, all right.
All right, here we go. 2, 2, 3, 5. So that 6 goes away, so it's 2, 2, 3, 5.
That's for a specific person?
Yes, for a specific character.
Okay, I'm going
It's still
to
4 die.
Oh.
use both of them.
Okay, great. So put all of those dice, keep them where they are. Yeah, put them like there. There, perfect. Yeah, that's ideal.
Oh,
Hey, roll it.
I don't remember what it was.
Oh,
Is
you-
it 2?
Yeah, I think it was a 2. 'Cause you had, yeah, there you go.
And then this is for Tachyon.
Yeah.
All right, so a 5 and a 4 coming at Tachyon.
Second, so yeah, keep them. Put those in another corner, like put the.
Okay.
Yeah, put those in that corner and that one in there. You go. Perfect. Great. All right, great. So that's great. That's all three of them. So who do you want to have defend first?
We'll just get Tachyon out of the way.
Now, if I were something clever, I'd have Truth take that attack for Tachyon.
Certainly.
Because that could very well incap Tachyon. That's a lot
Yep.
of dice coming her way.
Yep.
So 6, 5, 4. So that is going to block 3 of them. And you auto block another one.
Yep, Citizen Truth is taking that attack.
So 2 damage gets through. Yep. Yep. So now you can take out those extra.
Now, Citizen Truth has only 5 hit points, so he's down to 3 hit points left.
So now
And if Citizen Truth takes the attack for himself and Dawn,
He might die.
he might be in trouble.
Yep.
And Dawn's going to have to take a turn to pick that citizen power back up, and she won't have a minion in play. Although I hope that forces her into a more tacky kind of thing.
That'd be good.
yeah, so 5, 6, 2. So that and then you've got another one. Yeah, so that blocks them all.
All right, so Citizen Truth, in fact, soaked that entire attack. Unfortunately, the thing is that something clever pulled Citizen Dawn very first. There was a first character they pulled. Browncoats needed to respond with an Omnitron, an Operative, somebody that can negate Citizen Truth's, Citizen Dawn and Citizen Truth's combo. Because Citizen Truth, as we've seen here, can still redirect attacks to himself and has, a decent amount of health. So he's a beefier character than, say, Tachyon or Unity. All right, speaking of Unity,
Right?
That's fine. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
fine.
sure.
I mean, there's no point
Sure,
in pointing them out
sure,
there.
sure.
Okay.
Now let's see if Unity takes out the stealth bot.
That's a good question. 4.
Oh yeah, so you're fine. All right.
nope,
you can
just
sprint,
leaving him there.
Well, you can just
Yeah, just
either
right
way,
there.
Fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good. And Pete, just curious.
I'm not really enamored with their stealth bot strategy.
So that was one action.
And they're not really making much use of Champion Bot's
No,
extra attack.
I don't think they've actually
power
gotten the
either.
bonus from it once.
It ignores range. My arcing shot.
Yeah, you're under the shot.
So choose a bot and Unity's line of sight. Unity makes this attack on each target in that line.
Yeah, between Unity and a particular bot. Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, so it has to be between the two of them.
Yeah, between you. Yeah, so it's a straight line between Unity and.
So Unity's trying to use her arcing shot.
Yep.
But in order to, so she can make an attack anywhere like between Unity and one of her bots. Unfortunately, there's no enemies in between her and a bot.
It's true, although she could move things around to be able to hit both Tachyon and Legacy potentially.
All right.
Can my bots
Or wait, Tachyon's on the other team. Dang it! It's the only one they're looking. That's the problem is Legacy, because Bunker and Wraith are way far away. That arcing shot's not good with the grouping they've got. Legacy's actually pretty safe based on where he is. Champion
And
bot took a
Unity
dodge
has-
token.
And Legacy has a clear shot to Unity, too. He could just move down there and start to pick her off.
All right, so that is Unity's turn. Was just handing out some tokens and doing some things. That was it. It's on to the Wraith's turn. Huh.
You're at the end of your tether.
Well, you're gonna have to dodge to maintain that. Right. For one action. All right. You're also gonna have to.
And the dodge goes
Yeah.
All right, so they're trying to figure out what the Wraith is going to do to get in there and try to break things up a little bit.
I'd really like to see them take away Slip into Shadows.
Sure. I mean, with her not even being part of the fight, you don't need a defensive card. And maybe her moving up to the corner with a targeting computer and start pinging. I mean, heck, if nothing else, just straight up target Citizen Truth and take him down. Targeting computer lets her have a reach of 6, and that reach of 6 means that her attacks don't start counting range until they've passed 6, essentially.
It looks like they're also looking at foam grenades, which would inhibit the other team's movement.
Yeah.
But I don't know how effective that's going to be.
At this
Maybe
point-
against Tachyon, but Tachyon has shown that she's not being very hyper-aggressive.
Tachyon's got 4 hit points. I'd rather see Wraith put a bunch of damage into her than drop her movement. Beyond that, we know that Citizen Truth is a problem, so heck, knock out Citizen Truth. Take him down. It's only Citizen Dawn isn't going to have another chance to reapply him for a while, so.
It would take at least 2 rounds for Truth to even get back into play after he goes down.
Right.
Do you have any more? Here we go.
Yes, I am. And then you have to play before, don't you? What? You have to play before, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Whatever. Doesn't matter now.
Okay. So your first action is dodge.
And then I'm going to move.
Okay, move is your second.
Where are you moving?
All right, then. Do whatever. I'm thinking right.
They're being really deliberate here, seeing what they can do. The stealth bot is really giving them fits with that cover too.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
All right.
And then
Second action.
this is a. And then I'm going to use throwing knives on. Can I hit Tachyon from here? Line of sight?
No, because that
Because the
3
defender
between
bonus
you is taller than the 1.
Right.
All right, so the Wraith has figured out that she
To the bot, why not?
should. I'm surprised that the Wraith now closed so close, because sure, she's still got Slip into Shadows, but the Wraith does not really excel at super close ranges. I think there's kind of a mix match here, a mismatch of the strategies that the players are using and the characters they picked. Some of the, like if the Wraith player were playing Proletariat at that extreme range, I'd be excited. But with what we've seen so far,
Okay, then I'll do that.
all right. Looks like she's throwing knives from point blank range.
Oh wow, that is poor dice. That's poor dice rolling right there.
I would like to, play the +1 attacks.
And she's going to use some attack +1 tokens against bots. So just in case the bots are really dangerous, I guess.
Well, they can be. Unity can blow them up.
Yes, and that would
I don't know if she's going to blow them up, but she absolutely could blow them up.
the Wraith
And
could
I'd be so excited for that.
the Wraith could blow them up and deal damage to
That's the curse box. Nobody roll in that box.
Tachyon. If she blew up
Yeah.
Stealth Bot, it would damage Tachyon and Citizen Truth.
Yeah,
and that might be nice.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Blowing up these bots would also damage everyone around him.
Except they're rolling.
Citizen Truth can take that. Right. And that is much smaller than you. So you take 1 damage, but then Stealth Bot, Champion Bot takes 1 damage, Stealth Bot takes 0 damage.
Gotcha. Okay, thank you.
All right. And that is your turn. All right, so roll movement.
Oh boy. All right.
And Browncoats really hate these bots.
Yeah.
Really have something against them.
This is a trick. You cannot fall into the trap of attacking the bots, focusing fire on the citizens, things like that. Like when there's citizen truth and you have to do something about them, that's one thing. But when you are spending the majority, you're spending your attack +1 tokens going up against bots, going up against citizen truth, things like that. You're not actually doing anything. You're not progressing the teams. At this point, we are most of the way through this match. We are more than halfway through this match, and nobody has any points on the board. And in fact, there's only 2 points of damage on Legacy. I think that's like they're trying to win the game / lose the game via like a coin toss or something.
And Browncoats really have to be careful here because, like, if the game ended right now, the Browncoats would actually lose this game because
Yes.
of the damage on Legacy.
That's correct. And if somehow they manage to heal Legacy up to full, and there's no incapacitations for either team, since they can't make the first tiebreaker, which is the team that has the most incapacitations, and they can't make the second tiebreaker, which is the team which has the largest percentage of remaining health, and they can't make the third tiebreaker, which is the team that is most recently won, it is a coin toss. I would hate to lose. I would hate to win the coin toss.
You don't want to put yourself in that situation.
No.
4 threes. I know, right?
All right, so Tachyon's rolled 4 threes against Legacy. Maybe get a little bit more damage against Legacy.
That'd at least be 1 point.
I have 4 threes. You can't block them all. And in fact, he only blocks
Wow.
2 of them. He takes 2 damage. Oh, so he has a defense +1 token, so he's going to
He's
roll
gonna
one
roll
more and doesn't block it.
Nah.
Legacy has 2 hit points left.
Or at least we're seeing Tachyon doing like the bulk, the lion's share of the work here. More attacks. More attacks. Kill him. Well, actually, I wouldn't want someone to kill Legacy.
Right,
like,
no, that's-
like mortally injure.
Yeah, there you go. Knock him out.
It goes away because he starts a new turn.
He's a pretty tough guy. He can get back up.
So at this point, something clever might get their 1 incapacitation and be able to match out the game.
And it would be a large hill to climb for the Browncoats at this point.
Ryan, I'm so sorry.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
It's all right now.
that's a lot of dice. Good roll.
That's an 2 4s and a 5. Yes, but you got to see how far you get to push.
Where did Tachyon get all those dice?
So 2, 2, and a 3.
So you block one of them. So you take 4 damage. One of them kills you. You can push Legacy 3.
1, 2, 3, right up into the lava. Right through Citizen Dawn. 1, yes. Yan? Yes.
Yeah.
There
great-
we go. Legacy
great
is
play.
down. That is an incapacitation for something clever because Legacy's knocked out.
Champion box. I'm going to push the limits.
Yeah, I'm going to push the limits. All right. So now you get another turn.
All right, so something clever got 1 incapacitation against the Browncoats, and something clever is up on the board. So
This is going to
we'll
be
see
a
what
large
happens.
hill to climb for the Browncoats right now. And Bunker has just been a non-factor.
Yeah.
Hasn't moved. Hasn't really done many attacks.
All right, so
Can't
Legacy
really
is down
see
and he's
anyone from
in
where
the
he is.
volcano. That's great.
Yes, it is. And you do roll when you strap back up.
Well, let's see if Bunker can actually get in this match and actually do something. His only bet right now might be a grenade launcher to actually make the reach.
Ah, okay. So you're going to have Lightspeed Barrage. Yep. All right. So
So for my first action, I'll take an aim.
all right. 8 for your first action.
Bunker's going to be aiming.
All right.
And what's he going to be aiming? I'll be interested to see that.
I'm going to sprint. Sprint here.
All right.
Whenever I sprint, she may make one of her active attacks.
This is
with Wraith.
Tachyon's turn.
Oh, it's Tachyon's turn. I thought it was Bunker's turn.
Nope.
Wraith.
All right. You're going to Lightspeed Barrage against Barrage against Wraith. Yes.
I'm going to
There's an out, Brett? Wait.
So here's our question.
Okay, I'm going to dodge this.
Okay. Alright, so this is going to be Tachyon's attack rolls die equal to her move value. So that's 5. And I get +2 for. I get one more die, please. Yep. And And I'm going to aim this.
Okay, so yeah, you like speed barrage, and then you're gonna aim.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
I can use this at any time.
So this says
It says when you're about
Very
to
interested to
attack.
see if like
when you're about to
if Tachyon can score another incapacitation
Let's
here.
just sprint.
Oh, so she just flee.
Yeah.
This is still gets hits. I can go there.
Not
and
if
be
it
out
makes
of
it so
sight.
that the attack is not legal.
Oh. Is one, or she's the anytime she wants to?
It's the first time she's attacked.
First time.
It's
Try.
a
Yeah. Gotcha. Well, I already declared it, so.
okay.
What actions have you taken line of sight?
Does he have to roll first, or when can he sprint?
What?
Yes,
because then
so
excuse me.
she
What
gets it
actions
right
have
now,
you taken?
and then like you can't roll,
take
but it makes
light speed barrage with a nipple
So,
strike.
I would have to do it now.
Yes.
I'm not going.
Correct.
Okay, so I'm going to do it now.
Okay, do it now. Should we sprint to this?
Does he still make his attack?
No, because I'm out.
It's out of line of sight.
Does he still take his action?
Yes, Christopher. Yes, it takes that action.
All right, so.
And the aim tokens and all that?
Yeah,
All right.
and then you have one more action.
Usually anytime. All right. One more action.
Come back.
Yeah, I'll just come back. I'll sprint back. Here.
So Tachyon's been taking
All
a
right, I'm done.
taking a lot of more actions because she used pushing the limits,
Now it is on turn 6.
and she's just going to be trying to deal a whole bunch of damage.
Being that I can't really do too much because I have a roll of 1. I am
We're on Bunker's
Bun-
turn.
It's Bunker's turn, and Bunker's movement is only a 1, but I'm not really sure. I mean, you could sprint.
Oh, you're,
So
you're
just
kind of
sprint-
forced to sprint.
Yeah, he's sprinting 1, and that's it.
sprint and move.
All right.
And, and Bunker continues to be
Hopefully
useless.
better. 6. 5. But yes, much faster. Much faster than 1.
All right, so
And then you
we're back on to the beginning of round 3. It's Citizen Don's turn, and hopefully something clever is going to maintain their lead by being aggressive. Because at this point, they've only got 1 incapacitation up on their opponents, and the Browncoats can pretty easily take out Tachyon, it looks like.
I'll be interested to see if Citizen Dawn changes out her healing power or if she's going to heal Tachyon again. Just to kind of solidify that win, make it a little harder for Tachyon to be incapped.
Sure. I hope that Citizen Dawn switches out from healing and goes into some aggression, but we'll see.
I mean, Wraith is going to be pretty hard to hit because she still has Slip into Shadows.
oh, she's not switching out her power, so Citizen Dawn is keeping healing light.
The reason why Slip into Shadows is so strong as a defensive move because every time you make an attack against her,
Yeah.
she gets to do a free sprint, which could possibly make that attack impossible.
Yeah, in most cases, if there's cover nearby, or if there is any sort of like elevation change, or if it's a melee attack that's coming against her in the first place, she can pretty easily get away from a lot of things.
And I love the card art for Slip into Shadows. Wraith, Wraith just kind of like pops down behind the guy and like, yo, tapping him on the shoulder.
Yeah.
Kind of punches him in the face. I mean, I know Wraith likes to like throw a lot of throwing knives, but I imagine she takes some joy in getting up close and personal.
It can happen, certainly. All right, Citizen Dawn plays fully. She heals, she dodges, she's playing fully defensively still. I mean, they do have the advantage on incapacitations right now. So Legacy has to get out of that volcano, though. Yeah, you can see. Yeah.
Can we see the Citizen Truth card? I'm sorry.
Sure.
So it looks like the Browncoats are starting to get concerned about Citizen Truth, but I'm afraid it might be a little bit late for them. They have realized that Citizen Truth is the problem that they're running into right now, and without an ability to knock him down or at least separate him from Citizen Dawn, they are not really going to be able to make much of a push.
I mean, the Browncoats have made some attacks this round, but they've all been negated by Citizen Truth so far. They just haven't had a good answer for it.
So I'm going to play Flying Smash, and for my first action, I am going to move. I enter a hazard here, which means I need to roll the attack. It's going to be 2.
So you moved.
Yes.
Yeah.
But do we resolve the hazard first before I
Well, if
continue?
you just leave it, you don't trigger.
Oh,
You only
really?
trigger when you enter a hazard space or when you...
Well, I'm entering into this hazard space. Is this not?
No, that's not a hazard space.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
no, no.
great.
Yeah,
Okay, so
only the lava. The only way you can force someone to take lava damage by pushing them when they die
is here.
Yes.
Okay.
He
great,
wants to
never
take
mind.
more damage than
I mean,
he has to right
yeah,
here.
he can always run circles in the lava if he wants it.
Damage, I could give you a route that would let you take damage.
That's quite all right.
We'll pass on the damage. I think we've had quite enough of that.
2 and 3 for my movement.
All right, let's
And then I'm actually going to use my action flying smash.
Oh, so he's
I'm
moving
going to
down
move
and he's flying
1,
smashing.
2, 3, 4.
Oh, he's going
Oh.
after Unity. Yeah.
See, this is what I wanted to see.
Yeah.
This could actually get them back in the game here.
Unity is
With
not
a-
going to get any defense from her teammates.
with
She
a
is
really-
alone.
With a really good flying smash, this could be big for them.
All right.
3 5s.
3 5s is not going to kill Unity, but it is going to mess her up a little bit.
Big.
And she blocks only one of it, so she's down to half health now, and hopefully that is at least going to wake him up a little bit.
So Unity is going to go next, and after that, the Wraith is going to have a turn and an opportunity to get down there, support Legacy.
Yeah. I really like seeing that Browncoats realized they were behind, they realized they were in trouble, and they said, "Fine, let's go play with the person who's hiding." That's great.
Wraith might have to be careful though. If she does go down to assist Legacy trying to kill Unity right there, she has to be really careful about moving into those turrets.
Yeah, but where the Wraith is right now is terrible. She's in a terrible position. She's not playing to her strengths, and she's right near her opponents who can take her to pieces. I'm really concerned about the Wraith's location. She needs to get the heck out of there. At this point, Unity is running scared. If I were her, I'd drop Stealth Bot and switch into another bot that she can drop Raptor Bot next to her and have Raptor Bot make some chomps on Legacy.
And depending on where you drop Raptor Bot, it could be, it's already high attack, could be boosted by Champion Bot.
Right.
And you could probably score another incap here.
Raptor, where she can't drop.
Well, she's not going to be able to drop Wraith with Slip in the Shadows, but.
No, but I mean, she should be dropping. She shouldn't be reconfiguring. She should be killing Stealth Bot off and putting Raptor Bot next to her, because she doesn't have reconfigure out there. And at this point, reconfiguration is more likely to hurt her own teammates.
That's going to hit us.
See,
Yeah.
that's exactly what they're just saying.
You don't want the hazard attack.
Okay, so just do one of the single targets.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Jimmy bought it.
Got to figure out which robot they want to trade out for, and they are running low on time.
Looks like they're favoring Swiftbot here. Yep. Stealthbot comes out finally.
Thank
And we're
goodness.
going to get Swiftbot, who's all about the attacks.
It's true. So if she's dropping Swiftbot next to her, 1, 2, 3, 4, Swiftbot's going to have to move an attack in order to do something, but she could easily get up to the Wraith. She could even have, well, yeah.
I guess she's sending Swiftbot down to.
Well, she
pick
has
on
to spawn her
Legacy.
next to herself. Whenever Unity spawns a bot, it comes into play next to her.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. She can't just spawn it up by the other bots and make attacks. The only time you can do that was with reconfiguration. And reconfiguration is going to necessarily make the bots explode, damaging her teammates, or potentially damaging her teammates.
So this is.
So that is 1S3.
That's 3.
All right. Oh, okay, sure. Bring in Champion Bot down so that Swiftbot can maybe run a. Oh, that's fair. It wasn't necessary. You could have had Swiftbot run around Legacy and get close enough, but that's fine. It works.
It'll still give Unity a chance
So,
to use
the first
a
action-
high-powered Swiftbot.
Right. The first action was Go Bots, which moved Champion Bot. Then the second action was Go Bots, which is a sprint for Champion Bot. And then the third action is an attack, which is Go Bots attacking Legacy.
Can't see.
It says radius
Line
2.
of sight. I know it's a radius 2, but you need line of sight for any radius attack or effect like that.
So they have to move Swiftbot up to the left
Right.
of Champion Bot.
And since Swiftbot can move as part of her attack, that should work out just fine.
So they'll do
They just can't move around to Legacy's right-hand side, or you're just going to get turreted.
Right. It's very interesting. I really hope that Swiftbot moves in the right order so it doesn't get shot.
With the attack, right?
Oh, moves up to 3 spaces.
But again, it causes cover. So he's working in.
Yep.
So I can
There you go.
Yeah, that was
That is correct.
Yes. So you.
No. His attack.
There's a lot of hesitance here. A lot of, I mean, with what should be a very powerful play, it's very halting.
Because I need to hit. I want to be able to hit him. So if you're there, that's blocking. 'Cause otherwise, I have to go here, and then I get hit by the turret.
Okay. So I will stay here and
You
just
just
take
take the regular attack.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna stay there and take.
I think
the
that's a
regular
shame. I think you're losing out on some attack die on Legacy here. But-
Swiftbot moves up to 3 hexes.
Up to-
Because
So-
you use 2 of your precious actions, moving Champion Bot down there,
Yep.
and you're not going to take advantage of it.
Right.
So a 3 and a 1 coming against Legacy.
She's not getting the champ. Oh, no, she's not moving. All right.
That blocks it.
2 of them.
All right, so Legacy point takes a point of damage, and that's it.
There you go.
That's that could have been significantly better. And that means that Unity's still down there essentially by herself. She's got her bots there, but the Wraith could, let's see, what's the Wraith's movement right now? The Wraith has a movement of 4. She has mobility, so that elevation's not going to bother her, but she still really can't go after Unity. But she could go after, move down some and go after Citizen Truth. We'll see.
If you have an extra, you can use it for defense. Yeah, you do.
She switched, interestingly, the Wraith switched out one of her powers.
It looks like she switched out Slip into Shadows.
If I move here, will I have line of sight on all 3 of these guys? You'll have line of sight on me. If I move here,
Yeah, she's kept throwing knives, but she's picked up adhesive foam pellets.
even if it's in 4 square,
Yes. Well, let me show me what the attack says. So this one says a vertex area attack with origin 4. Okay, so no. So you can put the vertex, if you're there, you can put the vertex here, which will hit both of them.
Okay.
Yes. because
So
the
adhesive foam
vertex-
pellets are good to reduce your enemy's movement.
Right, but if she moves-
why? Okay, yeah.
And I guess she's trying to hinder Tachyon here.
So she's moving.
And then adhesive foam pellets.
So she's going to be able to.
Right, so you choose a vertex, but
So you gotta pick
can
one
see
of the
that
colors.
vertex.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what you.
So
So this
you
one
can
is
do the thing you want to do.
Yes,
Yeah.
okay.
You pick that
So you can
vertex,
attack-
hit these 3 hexes.
And 6 is the only one that makes this not work. So hopefully no 6.
Yeah, but this means that all she's doing with this point is dropping the Tachyon speed and Citizen Dawn speed. Now that is going to be
She
annoying for Tachyon.
Well, she doesn't want Tachyon to move down south to help defend Unity, I think.
I suppose.
If it would deal damage, and it says
So 6 goes away,
you've got a 5-2-1.
and they all make range because it's coming from a vertex, which is right adjacent to you. But
I would like Tachyon to go first.
Citizen Truth can't take it. Yes, absolutely.
so Citizen Truth is going to defend,
Would not take damage.
and since he defends against that, it means Tachyon doesn't take the attack, and Citizen Truth isn't slowed either.
If it would damage, yeah. If it would damage, then they're slow. So in this case, it would not damage Citizen Truth. Citizen Truth is not slow. Correct. Yes.
And that is the 10-minute mark on the match. So they have 10 minutes left to finish this up.
Line of sight. Citizen Truth, yes, he does. Because there's this one is the intervening thing, and it's not taller than either of
But
these.
isn't the
Doesn't
character in the way?
What?
You can't get line of sight through your character.
That doesn't block it. Also, it's a 10-minute warning.
Yeah, characters do not block line of sight, so they are. This attack's going to hit both of those two. At this point, it seems like they have 10. They have less than 10 minutes now to try to turn this around. The Browncoats do, and they're attacking bots. They're making attacks that do movement speed damage rather than actual physical damage, than actual hit point damage. Like it's not. They have not once employed what I would call a winning strategy. Something clever is at least playing defensively, which if playing super defensively against a team that is not playing offensively, you'll probably be able to win due to just the grind. But I think an aggressive play out of the Browncoats could have totally steamrolled something clever's defensive play,
And I
especially
think-
with Stealth Bot getting in their way.
And I think one of the biggest things hurting Browncoats is they just have no answer for Citizen Truth.
Yeah, I mean, they could have. If they'd piled damage, if they'd given Bunker a giant pile of attack +1 tokens and had him on the cannon, Citizen Truth, and then everybody else on loads on the rest of the team, That would have taken care of it at the end of turn 1.
And I think that's been one of the biggest like faults for the Browncoats is Bunker's been a non-issue.
Yeah.
He hasn't attacked.
Yeah.
He hasn't been attacked, and he's just been an afterthought.
Bunker is has been one of the most dominant characters in the first 2 tournaments that we've seen, and to have him just kind of creeping around in the back and not doing anything effective it's really bizarre.
I would at least expect to see like a grenade launcher.
Sure,
or something.
sure. No, I would. When we saw they ban Baron Blade and then they pick up Legacy and then Bunker, I'm like, oh man, we're gonna see an Omnicannon. We're gonna see 2 Omnicannons. This is the opposite of 2 Omnicannons. It is negative 2 Omnicannons.
I would have pushed the limits up so that you can.
Yeah, I'm going to push the limits and light speed out.
Wow.
Tachan's putting back in push limits to take in 2 turns.
All right. First move.
All right, move is your first action.
1, 2, 3, 4.
All right.
I have line of sight on Legacy.
All right.
All right.
All right, so Tachyon's running down there, going after Legacy.
And with push limits, she'll have another turn after this.
Yep.
I think they're going for another kill here.
I mean, they should. It's better to win by more.
It's always better to win by more.
Second action, gonna aim.
All right, aim is your first action.
Third action, I'm going to nimble strike using light speed
All
barrage.
right, nimble strike, light speed barrage, and your third action.
All right. So I have 5 die base,
Right.
plus 2 for being next to champion bot.
Right.
I'm going to aim this attack.
Okay, 7 aimed dice coming at Legacy.
Very good. I like to see this.
Autonomous on 2s.
Yep.
And the light speed barrage will put Tachyon down to 2 health, but she's just going to roll so many die off this attack.
It's 5 6s coming at Legacy. He has to get at least 1 6. He gets no 6s. That is a second incapacitation. Legacy is knocked out. That is 2 incapacitations. Something clever.
Finally, that's what I'd like to see. I like to see big attacks,
Yes.
lots of die happening.
Absolutely.
I'm going out.
It's been a little slow, but that was exciting.
2 incapacitations. Both. I mean, Tachyon has been doing most of the damage, or all the damage, really, for something clever.
Tachyon's been doing a lot of work these past 2 matches.
Yeah.
Really anchoring these teams down.
And with the clock running down so low, Browncoats really don't have a way to come back at this point.
I mean, they could get 2 points on Unity and 2 points on Tachyon, but...
All right, Bunker's getting a turn, though. We'll see what happens.
We still have Citizen Truth waiting in the wings.
Snapshot missiles. No, because Citizen Truth is going to take over. No, Citizen Truth. It's within 3. You can kill Citizen Truth. Why not? At the end of the game.
All right.
All right, so Bunker moves for his first action.
Yep, move your first action.
And his second action is going after Citizen Truth, it looks like.
Probably be snapshot missiles here.
Yeah. Snapshot micro missiles, it has reach +4 and it auto misses on 1, 2, 3. So really it starts counting at 7. Or 8, 8, 9, 10.
Reaches here. Yep. You go at the end of the range. No, because you have it. It's 3.
My wish list for this tournament, I want to see Proletariat, I want to see Operative, I want to see Visionary all on that map. I'd love to see them as a team. That'd be amazing.
I would love to see some Operative play.
Yeah.
Give me some poisons. That's what I want.
Oh, she's a Jedi. It's great.
But he can reroll one of them.
And if you want to talk about excitement, there's nothing more exciting than an Operative in full beast mode.
Oh, yeah.
Just rolling mass amounts
One's
of
just
dice.
taking a couple of points of damage, so yeah.
Rolling
Dragon
tons
Fury.
of defense die.
Yeah.
She becomes just a killing machine.
Yeah, but nobody uses her in tournaments. It's scary. Hooray, no damage.
Woohoo!
Right, and that is 4. And then you go back to Citizen Dawn. So Dawn goes away.
All right, it's the beginning of round 4. We're at the top of the round. Citizen Dawn is taking her turn, and at this point, she can kind of just wander around and do whatever she wants, I feel like.
It's a crazy citizen. He's like the firefighter of citizens.
All right.
Yeah.
Same with those powers.
So I'm guessing she's going to run up and do some healing. There you go.
Healing light.
Restore 1 health to Citizen Truth.
Yep.
And Tachyon and Champion Bot.
Adding insult to injury, healing Citizen Truth.
Always
And Tachyon.
I can't see you, so you can't have any.
He's just been so dominant this game.
Um,
I mean, without Citizen Truth, I think we'd be looking at a little bit different game here, but there's just been no answer for it.
Oh yeah, no. Citizen Truth, we've seen it we saw, especially in the first tournament, not as much in the second tournament. In the first tournament, we saw Citizen Truth be a dominant strategy, and then in the finals of the first tournament, we saw Citizen Truth taken to pieces and become like an anti-strategy. So if you're gonna run Citizen Truth, though, like the fact that Browncoats didn't have a strategic answer. They should have pulled some sort of strategic answer for Citizen Truth. They didn't pull one. They didn't pull the Operative. They didn't pull Omnitron. They didn't pull Proletariat. Any of the things that are just straight up simple answers to Citizen Truth. But as a result, once they saw that Truth was absorbing everything, they have Bunker. They could have gone out there and just destroyed a Citizen Truth and said, fine, we can't solve it cleverly, but we can solve it with massive damage. But they didn't do that either, and that leaves them where they are now.
It is 1, 2, 4, 4, 6. Coming in.
only the 6 hits, right? Because
Yeah,
of
only
range.
6 hits. So it is 6 coming in.
All right, 6.
Come on.
1-6 is going at Bunker.
You roll 3 defense, 4 defense.
And Bunker
blocks
takes
it.
a roll of 6. He's fine.
There you go. Now you reroll movements as they're gone.
Well, the Browncoats aren't fine.
Right. So, do you want to...
Gain your health. Then you reroll your movement. You stand back up. Then you take a power. And then you
All right, I am going to.
Let's
All
see
right,
if-
so it
let's
is the
see if
beginning of
can
Legacy's
possibly
turn.
Tie this up.
He can't tie it up. He'd have to get 2 kills.
Truth can't block for unity.
Kyle,
By the way,
would you say the word 10 and then count down to 0 for me?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That is match.
And that will be time
That
on
is
the match.
time on the match.
And Something Clever pulls out a defensive win.
Yeah,
And the Browncoats
so,
just couldn't do anything.
Something
this game.
Clever. It doesn't matter. The match is over. You took too much time to lose. That is the end of the game. So Something Clever and Browncoats showed us the exact opposite sort of match that we saw from our first match. It was slow. It was uninspired. And I'm really hoping that we get into some more accelerated matches moving forward.
It is definitely the recipe to lose a game
Yeah,
like this.
Exactly.
Aggression is key.
If you want to play really defensively, if you want to hang out in the cover, if you want to hide behind things, like if playing defensively while moving forward, defending your teammates while attacking, that's important. You don't want to throw all caution to the wind. But if you do not attack, you cannot win. If you do not kill your opponent, you will not get any points.
And we saw that.
Yeah, that's how we saw this entire game. I was actually honestly surprised that Something Clever managed to get 2 incapacitations. With as slow as they were moving, I thought they were just going to get the 1. But Tachyon was very useful and it worked very well for them.
Hopefully we'll see Bunker be played, make a little bit of a bigger impact, because Bunker
absolutely.
can be a dominant force out there.
And I'd like to see Something Clever in future matches do something more with Unity or do something different altogether, because that stealth bot didn't do them any favors.
No, it actually hindered them in a lot of cases.
Absolutely, it did. We're going to be back in about a half an hour. We're taking a quick break for lunch to make sure that our contestants aren't dying, and then we're going to get right back with it. So
yeah, I'm hungry too.
It's time for
Aren't you
eating.
kind of hungry? Oh
yeah. We'll see you
Do
soon.
we have pizza?